Today, we are going to work on our new Harley Davidson Blackline softail. It's the cheapest softail that Harley Davidson makes. What's probably the coolest thing about it, actually there's a couple of really nice features about it, but the narrow rear wheel is a really nice feature. It's the narrowest rear wheel they offer on a softail, and it gets you back to the old school, really simple, good handling bike. There's a couple things we're doing with the bike to make it what it is, and I'm gonna show you that today. We started by taking off the stock seat, the stock rear fender, the gas tank, headlight, exhaust, and the forward control. So we're at a place now where we could actually start and kind of figure out how we were going to simplify this thing. The biggest feature and kind of the coolest thing about the bike is that we are going to solid mount the rear fender to the swing arm. Since it is a nice narrow rear wheel, we've taken our fender and we've narrowed it, I think 2 inches, to make a nice tight fitting rear fender. I'll show you that. But this was our standard narrow, or our standard 200 rear fender. What we've done is taken a large strip out of the center, a 2 to 3 inch strip, I think a 3 inch strip out of the center. We've effectively narrowed this rear fender, but it's given us a nice rounded crested rear fender. Really clean, really nice, follows the radius of the tire as well. We did a nice little mount up here in the front, and it's a really solid clamping mount. Gives you the ability to kind of move it if you need to, but the struts are what's going to lock it down, so that's what we're going to put together today. What we're doing is adding our single seat to this concept here. So we've taken our standard spring single seat and we've mounted it onto this bike. It's a direct bolt-on. What we're going to do is trim the back here, and we'll add like a little plate in the back to clean it up, and there you go. We'll have a nice rear fender and single seat application with the stock tank. Part of why people don't like the aesthetic of this bike has to do with the handlebars and the gauge mount. The gauge mount is just kind of smashed right onto the top of the triple clamp, and the handlebars aren't connected by anything, and they just kind of sit in the triple clamps. What I think started out to be kind of a clean look just looked a little chunky and a little strange to most people. So what we've done is essentially chop these off. We used the stock, actually we machined up some mounts, and we mounted just a standard riser. What we're doing is developing kind of more of a flat track style bar. So we used our high riser with this, and we used the flat track bar to kind of get the handlebars up where they need to be. It's a lot cleaner look than the standard one. It looks a little bit more, it's a little bit more sleek, a little bit more racy. But with simplifying up the back of the bike, we wanted to lighten up the chain guard. So this is one of our prototypes, but this piece is now in production. This is one of our chain guards. So it's a nice little chain guard, bolts on all soft tails. Cool little piece for this bike. We are experimenting to see if we can actually make this Sportster gauge mount work on this bike. Cool thing is the stock Blackline gauge bolts directly into our Sportster gauge mount. We've taken the Blackline headlight and replaced it with a Sportster headlight, so now we have this complete unit. And what we're looking at doing is setting up your gauge mount up here and building a bracket, kind of clean this whole gauge setup up in the front here. I think it's going to be a cool look. It's nice and smooth from the top. The WRs, they use the number plate in the front, so we're kind of looking at maybe just doing a number plate and maybe do a little hole for a headlight, maybe mount the headlight down here, do something crazy like that. So there's a lot of options, and we're in experimentation phase on some of this stuff, and we're gonna figure this out this week, so we'll figure it out, I guess.